welcome to this tech tip. Today we wanted to show you how to work in workbook mode in IBM SPSS Statistics. My name is Astrid Cook and I'm an analyst here at version 1. So in the latest versions of IBM SPSS Statistics, you can use the workbook mode. It's easy to go between working in classic mode or workbook mode, and workbooks will use a notebook approach where syntax and output are in the same file. So you can see here I have my syntax block. It's under paragraph. I can run the syntax. Below it, I'll have my output. So to turn on workbook mode, you can use the button in the user interface. You can also go to the Edit menu, then select Options, then click on the General tab. So you can see I've clicked on the General tab here, and we have Application mode, and I can turn on Workbook. Now, once you've enabled Workbook, then what you can do is you can go to the File menu, select New, and you can open a new workbook. Now, when you're using workbooks, remember you can paste from the dialog boxes into your workbook. Of course, you can open a new workbook file and start by writing syntax in the paragraph box. You can save your workbook file. You can export the file. And we will review the tools on the toolbar so you understand how they work. So let's see how this works in IBM SPSS Statistics. So I'm in IBM SPSS Statistics, and I want to use a workbook. So I'm going to come down to the bottom right-hand corner, and you can see there's a button here. This is the application mode area. So if I click on this button, it gives me a message, and it says the application is in classic mode, so syntax and output mode. Press OK to switch to workbook mode. So I'm just going to click OK. And now you can see we are in workbook mode. Another way to do that would be to go to the Edit menu, come down to Options. We're on the General tab, and the application mode is here, and workbook is turned on. Now, once I've turned on the workbook mode, then I can open a new workbook file. So I'll go to File, New, Workbook, and it opens a blank workbook file. For the moment, I'm going to close out of this. You can also paste your syntax. So if I go here and I open up a frequencies procedure, I want to run this. And you'll notice that if I click on charts, I've asked for bar charts with percentages. And in terms of format, I want to order by descending counts. So all I'm going to do is click on paste. Because I'm in workbook mode, it just pastes the syntax into my workbook. I can see the syntax here, and I can just run it. So what I have is the syntax, and then below that, I have my output. So let's say, for example, I want to run a descriptives procedure. I'll just click on paste. You can see we have the syntax block here, and then we have the output here. Now, let's say that when I'm looking at my frequencies, I don't want to include the bar chart. So I'll get rid of this. So you can see it says frequencies variable response, and it's also giving me an error message. So it's letting me know that syntax block is missing a closing period. So I'll just include that, and then I'll run the syntax again. And you can see it's changed the output. So remember, when you go in and change something in the paragraph, your output will change. If I decide that I want to go back to the procedure I had before, again, I'm asking for bar charts and percentages. I'll just paste it in. You can see it's here. And I'll just run syntax. Now let's look at the toolbar, because if you look at the top, we have, of course, dialog recall. This button allows me to create a new syntax paragraph. So I will go in there. And let's say that I want to run custom tables. So I'm going to take response to campaign and compare average campaign spend. I'll click on summary statistics. I'll ask for 2 decimals, and I'll just click on paste. So you can see I created the new paragraph. I now have my syntax in there, and then I can get my output. This button allows you to create a new rich text paragraph. So if I click on that, you can see it gives me a new paragraph where I can put text in. Now, if I click on paragraph, I can simply hit the delete button and get rid of it. But these two buttons, this allows you to create a new syntax paragraph. This allows you to create a new rich text paragraph. You've got undo and redo. This button allows you to insert variables. This button will run all. This button will hide all syntax. So again, if I run all, it just runs everything. You could, if you want, hide all syntax. You can also clear all output, and then we have a syntax help button here. Now to save this, all I need to do is go to File, Save As, and you can see it's going to save it as a workbook format. So you can save this as a workbook file and then open it again as a workbook file. So that's everything we wanted to show you today. If you want more information, you can go to our website at www.spssanalyticspartner.com. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.